Secure 2.0 has introduced a new emergency savings option, and in this video, we're going to talk about what it is and how you can benefit from it. A PLESA is a pension-linked emergency savings account. This came into being with Secure 2.0 from, God, was that last year? Yeah, last year, and it comes into effect next year. Now then, Katherine, what's the purpose behind a PLESA? And by the way, we have no idea how we're supposed to be saying this thing. What's the purpose behind a PLESA? Why did they come up with this idea?
Well, they're hoping that employees actually have emergency savings so they can take money from that versus taking it from the plan.
Right, because what percentage feel uncomfortable about it?
60% of adults in the U.S. are uncomfortable with the amount in their emergency savings.
So the hope is that when you put together or make available to employees something can be done on a small amount each pay period, that employees are likely to contribute to this. Now then, clients, plan sponsors may see PLESAs as a possible solution to help their employees build up an emergency savings account. Do plan sponsors have to put this in place?
No.
No, this is an optional benefit, all right? And this would authorize, so a PLESA allows plan sponsors to authorize an emergency savings program that's inside the existing retirement plan.
Yep.
Now then, can any old employee at the company be part of the PLESA?
Only non-highly compensated folks.
Correct. Okay. So that means that non-owners, okay, people not related to the owners and people making below a certain dollar amount can contribute to this plan. Can they invest in gold futures?
No, they want it actually in fairly liquid stuff, like cash and...
Right, something interest-bearing, something regulated investment product, something that is supposed to be on the safer side, okay?
It is a much narrower
very narrow,
list.
right. So the plan could have all this great big wide variety of investments, but it must be a smaller scope for what goes inside the PLESA, and there's been no guidance as to exactly what that means other than cash or like money market, the way it's written. And now that, do PLESA contributions count towards matching contributions?
Yes, they do. They can. There can be a company match, but my question is, if you contribute everything that you can in the year, and then you also contribute to the PLESA, do you get matched on everything, or is there a limit to that?
Well, there's the limit as to how much you can contribute as a 401k contribution and inside the PLESA, and it's the same 402g limit, all right? So what that means is that there is a limit as to how much each employee can contribute to a plan. It's called the 402g limit, all right? And whether you're contributing it to an employee 401k deferral or to the PLESA, it all adds up towards the same limit. So you can't max out your 401k contribution and then max out your PLESA account. Okay. So every dollar you contribute to your PLESA account is going to be $1 less you get to contribute to your 401k account, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because they both count the same for matching. There are some rules about the withdrawals. The way I understood it and remember it is you have to be able to take it out at least once a month, okay? And the first 4 withdrawals in a calendar year or plan year cannot be subject to any fees or charges, all right? That's going to be a problem. You're talking about record keepers now having to do extra programming to have very small account balances for some of the employees in a plan, and they can't charge for distributions, okay? We're not hearing from any of our record-keeping partners that they're rushing to make this extra source available, okay? So it's a really good idea, but the math and economics on it from the provider side aren't really working, so it's going to be interesting to figure out how they price this, okay? Now then, the other part that you were talking about a second ago is how do you operate this? Because you've got this $2,500 maximum amount. It's not a $2,500 a year contribution. It's a maximum amount of $2,500. So once you reach that limit, you need to stop putting money into it, okay? So there needs to be coordination between the record keeper, the payroll company, and the plan sponsor. And that's a bridge we have not yet crossed.
But I can see now that if you think you're not sure if you as an employee can make a contribution into the plan and keep it there, you could commit to the $2,500 over the course of the year, get the match, bank it into that side of it, and then you have a little bit of extra money on the side if you did that every year. So it's growing your account at least by the match amount.
Well, that's the match aside. Okay, so yeah, so this is
The question is why to do this.
This is a really nice idea for employees. The devil is in the details on this, and it's going to be very interesting to see what type of employer finds a record keeper that's going to make this available to all their staff. The idea is there, understand why they want to do this, but it's going to be very interesting to see how many plans actually get this in place. All right? If you enjoyed this video, hope you did, please go and watch our other videos talking about Secure 2.0 and how employees can get money out of the plans. Now also, you know we want to continue this conversation with you, so please like, subscribe, comment, whatever. But if you have a very specific question that you'd like to discuss with us, contact us at sales@hunterbenefits.com. Take care.
Toodaloo.